Hello and welcome to the Craft Lair. I am Teresa, Crafty Grams, and we are here with day 4. Happy birthday, the United States of America. 250 years, still looking good. Anyway, this is Teresa Crafty Grams, if I didn't say that already. We're doing day 4 of this challenge, Junk Journal July 26th, hosted by Debbie at Ink and Page Journals, and today is day 4, journal card. So these are the printables for today. Not really, I'm just kidding. They're still over here on the printer. It's okay, it's fine, it's fine. So this technically is one of the printables. Actually, both of the printables, I printed them on the front and back of each other, and anyway, here are the day's printables. Today's quote is, "Art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life." Credited to Bertold Auerbach. I'm saying that completely wrong. It's okay. I don't think he's still alive to be offended. Anyway, so this is the cut apart page with the vital ingredients of the day, the prompt, the number, and then I guess the whatever, the stuff to make journal cards from, some of the stuff. This also another very clearly defined things to cut apart. So neither of them looks like really an actual just straight up collage page. They're both eminently useful, and I printed them on the back of this, or these on the back of them. Just, oh my gosh, all of this watercolor yumminess I love. And then the rather plain, much plainer, what is this stuff called? Linen texture look in a tealy greeny color palette. Right, so let me get these cut apart and we will get to making a journal card. Probably a lot more than just a journal card, but you know, journal card is the day's prompt. Be right back. Right, so here's the happy mess I've made by cutting everything out. Okay, so just before I get started, I've been saying that my 12 by 12 paper trimmer, which is a Fiskars, which is my favorite brand of cutting implement ever, it leaves the cut lines fuzzy. And unless I put like a piece of some other kind of paper behind what I'm actually cutting. And I just want to demonstrate for those of you, including me, who think I'm nuts, that this really, really does happen, because the paper I'm using is not exactly wide enough to cut the full piece of paper. But look at that. That is clearly a difference. Without paper, with paper. Why does that happen? I don't really expect an answer, but it's so frustrating, and a colossal waste of other book, or paper of any sort that I put behind. Anyway, rant over. Today is July 4th, 250th anniversary of the founding fathers signing the Declaration of Independence. So celebrate wisely, responsibly, hydrate, sunscreen, hydrate, and sunscreen. Okay, as well as do not mix alcohol and fire at all, either barbecuing or with the little explosive devices that are legal for use at home. Um, as a former ER nurse, I know stuff happens. Yep, stuff happens. From, as my mother would say, the sublime to the ridiculous. It's just, sublime, yes, lovely ooh fireworks, delicious meals for your family, but the ridiculous is, melting the siding off of housing by having the barbecue grill too close to your house.
presumably under shade to stay out of the sun. Anyway, just be responsible. And also keep your pets safely indoors, preferably, but definitely in a secured area while the fireworks are going off. One of the saddest aftermaths of any holiday that involves fireworks and firecrackers and anything that creates noise like that is my pet got out and is missing the days following. It's just not, as a owner of very anxious nerves myself and of a dog with extremely high anxiety, I hate what fireworks put animals through. And I'm thinking of, it's a holiday, it's a weekend, pets in boarding or kennels or rescues or anything like that, they're not going to have the security of another warm body to comfort them with. So that's what I think of when these exploding holidays roll around. Okay, now really and truly rant over. Deep cleansing breath. Okay, we're doing a journal card. So these are buried under here is the library card from the first, the index cards from the third, and the um, ledger paper. I mean, the words are right there. Ledger paper from the second. So today is journal card, and I believe I will be using one of these to put the journal page on. I'll probably do this. So I don't mind that they're out of order at all. I'm just trying not to leave too many unused pages in the event that I have a journal with a bunch of blank pages. That's not going to be cool at all, like whatsoever, for my crafty soul. That would be not good. No bueno. All right, so I'm going to put this one to the side. I am going to find here. I want to use this. It's not necessarily a journal card, but it's going to be journaling space, like a little tiny notebook journal. And I forgot to pull out some papers to put in there to use for that. Let me see what I have over here. If any of these would be, nope, they would not be kind enough to be properly sized. Of course not. Why would they? But why would they do that for me? No, 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 no. I'm flipping through book pages over here. No. So I'm going to go to my coffee dyed stash. And these are quite grungy, so let me get some that are less so. Let's see. I can use those too. I really like that. All right. I don't want to put like a ton of pages in there, obviously, for bulk reasons, but a couple few is definitely enough. So what I will do is cut the worst of this off, and it'll just be crinkly paper. I'm not the worst of it, but the edges of it, so that it's not as grungy. Let's just do this before I start cutting off the goodness. Let's just fold it into quarters. Fold it into quarters. So that's half, and that's quarter, and that's going to be too big. So what I might do is, I have no idea what weight paper this is, but it's some kind of cardstock. And gosh, where did it go? Glory be to St. Peter, help me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut a little off the folds so that I'll have, no, that won't work because then I'll have 4 individual. That'll work. I can make that work. Sorry, I just had a brain epiphany. I had an epiphany for a change. Yeah, it's so infrequent I couldn't even remember what it was called. So yeah, I will have 4 loose pieces of paper that I can then make holes and stitch in, and it'll be cute. And so yeah, I need this. I do need this. And let's make some pencil marks, because that's the closest I come to measuring around here. Pencil marks like this. So I want them to be cut here and here, like so. All right, let's see if old Tina the guillotine can cut through this. I mean, it's obviously it's cardstock to begin with, but then the coffee dyeing process, I mean, adds bulk to the paper, because paper is fibrous and it soaks up whatever you throw at it, liquid wise. But that's what gives it that lovely crunchy crumble that we like. So I'm going to keep these 2 that I've cut off, because they can be used for something. Okay, so there we go. We now have 4 pages to put in there. I may need to cut off a little bit more at the top here. Come back. I'm not done with you yet. Come back. Come back. Don't leave. Don't leave. Sorry, I just I get carried away a little bit. Just a little bit. And trying to do all of these at once is just an effort in futility, probably, because they are all wavy and wonkily. Wait, wonkily? Okay, wavy and wonky. And they're not going to be the same size anyway, regardless. Ooh. And you know, sound effects are necessary. Let's see how they fit now. Like so. Just like so. Cute. Okay. Now, I said I didn't want it to be bulky, but I'm going to add bulk to it to bind it. To put the pages together, I'm going to add some bulk. I'm going to clip these in for now. With a clip, there's one right there. A bit giant overkill for the job, but you know, hey, sometimes more is more. Let me get my big chompadile thing. What is this called? Crocodile 2, long bite or whatever, long reach, whatever. It's this one. I'm using this one, and I'm going to put holes. I'm going to use the smaller holes. Oop, still not going to reach. Let's not do it that way, because that'll. Okay, let's be smart about this, lady. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. I mean, I'm going to try, but I'm not making any promises about the holes being lined up perfectly from the spine, but that is pretty darn good, if I do say so myself. And I do. Right, so I have this bit of string floating around the desk. That's not going to be long enough. Let's see if I have a longer piece, if I'm going to have to go digging. Yeah, I'm going to have to go digging. Right, so let's see if I have anything in my loose bits before I go chopping stuff up. Loose bits. Let's see what this is, how long this one is. Ooh, that one's going to be long enough. Get back in there, you guys. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was really exciting. Okay, and now I also happen to have a bookbinding needle floating on my desk. That's the way I roll. Okay, so we're just going to do this the easy way. I probably should have done it. No, stop second guessing yourself, crazy lady. Yeah, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it like this. Come here. And we're going to sort of kind of make it as even as possible. I cannot tie a bow for love nor money because I am left-handed. I do it backwards and it's all right. I haven't tripped over shoelaces since I was a child, so I guess we're going to be all right. Very loose, isn't it? I mean, not horrible. So I'm just going to trim the ends like so. All right. Oh, and I didn't ink anything. Glory be to St. Peter. What am I doing with my life right now? Okay, we can ink. It's not too late. It's not too late to ink. It's not too late to ink. I can do this. I'm still trying to get this new sponge properly primed. I feel like could just be my imagination. Oh, that's such pretty paper. Oh, here I go again. Here I go again. I said that a lot in yesterday's video, but I mean, it's true. Is it not true? This is such pretty paper. Such pretty paper. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do as thorough a job in here, but you know, life goes on. Oh, blah dee, oh, blah da. If you know, you know. Maybe I should change that to if you're old, you know. That's not true though, because my kids would know, and they're not old because you know they're still kids, right? Right. They are still kids. I don't care what the law says. Oh well, I guess I should have checked the back of it for sizing too, because that one seems to be sticking out. That's okay. It's fine. It's fine. The notebook police are not going to be coming after me because my notebook pages stick out a little bit. All right, so that's that. Not necessarily that it was today's make, but there it is. Right, so we have lots to make journal cards from. So look at this, gorgeous. Look at that, gorgeous. Okay, so I will make this a journal card because journal cards can be basically any piece of paper you want to use. All right. Crocodile 2, you can go back down there on the shelf. Thanks very much for your assistance today. I'm just going to trim this a little more evenly where the border is a little more even because it's just, I mean, it's just the way I cut it out with too much on 3 sides or not enough on one side, but you can't put it back. That's the thing about cutting things off. You just can't put them back on. And I will refrain from commenting about the bobbit situation. And if you're old, you know what that is too. Okay, so now since it has sort of a filigree-ish effect to it there, I'm going to see if I can do something to emphasize that. Let's see what this does. Not the effect I was hoping for, but good enough. It's cute. It's cute. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So ink. Well, I think if I want to put, and I probably do want to put some more writable paper on the back of it. And then I will set it to the side to dry while I figure out what kind of something we're going to put on here to hold the journal card in place with. I don't know that there's anything I could use as a belly band in today's makings, but we'll come up with something. I mean, there's this long strip, but it's quite narrow. I could build it up, I suppose. All right, quit chatting and start gluing, lady. I did refill both of my wee ink bottles yesterday evening. So hopefully this will go a little more smoothly. Oh no, why did I do that? That's all right. I should have made this just a smaller thing so I don't have to do the cutting again. But, hey, too late now. It's too late now. It's all right. It's just basically 4 straight lines. And the wiggly thing I put there with the chomper. So I can do that again. I can do all that again. Oh, man, are you kidding me? All right, so we have to find something to hold the journal card and the little journal in place on this page. So here's this, and there's the prompt. We're going to put them in there somewhere. I could make that into a little pocket, but I think it's difficult. I need something more substantial to put there, and I don't think I have much in here. Oh, yes, I do. Look at there. Yep, I think that's what's called tailor-made for the job. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, might be, in fact, a bit too tall. Mm-hmm. We're going to do that. I'm going to cut this top bit off a little bit. Just like that. I think that will work beautifully. And before I do that, I think I'm going to put today's quote on this. Art washes away from the soul. Ooh, that isn't even going to fit. Let's see. I'm just going to shorten that a bit. We don't need that blank space there. And to make it the same, we'll cut that bit off too. Okay, so now here's the quote. the author of the quote, I guess. I always put these wonky on purpose because I could not. No matter how hard I tried, I would never be able to put them on straight. It's just not, it is not a skill that I possess. I feel like it needs something in the background. Now, what Debbie has been doing in her videos, well, a couple of them with the quotes, I think on 2 videos. I know it was the quote, it was behind the quote on one of the videos for sure. She just put some like antique white acrylic paint to sort of, I don't know, let's see if I have some of that. Let's just see if I have some antique white acrylic paint. I have some acrylic paints. Do I have a whitish color that's not bright white? Let us see what I have in my acrylic paint box. Look at that. It's buttercream. What is this? Butter pecan. Buttercream looks good to me. Buttercream frosting. Sorry, I went off on it. Went off on a little daydream there. So we're gonna see. Everybody say a little prayer that I don't botch this up and make too much of a huge mess on my creation. Okay, a little spongy. Shake up the paint good. Oh no, my watch is gonna think I'm exercising violently, which is why I have to put it on this hand because I'm left-handed and I do a lot of stuff with my left hand that makes the watch think I'm doing stuff, and I'm not really. Like even inking makes it think that I'm getting in a million steps. Well, that's not steps, guys. It's just moving my hand. Yeah, it's leaving. Oh, wow. Whoa, come here. It's nearly dry already. Well, that looks a little more planned and organized than I would like, but first time I've ever done it, so, give me a break. It's still got some shiny bits, which means, oh gosh, which means it's not dry yet. It doesn't look too yellow, does it? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Look, really, I can't do anything without getting my hands messy. Messy, messy, messy. Oh well. Okay, well, I guess while I'm waiting for the rest of it to completely dry, I will ink. If I can hold the sponge in my hand, I will. I am looking for a different shape of handle that is easier on my hand. If anybody knows of such a creature, please point me in that direction. Please. I've seen some on Etsy that they're 3D printed and they're very, very cute and pretty and all of that, but I don't know, like I've seen some that are mushroom shaped and then others that are just, shaped like a cat or maybe a turtle or different things like that I don't really think would be any more comfortable in my hand. So if anyone knows of anything, please put it in the comments below. Okay. Oh, and the ones that go on the finger, they're not any more comfortable either because you have to sort of hold them on the tip of the finger. What I usually end up doing is just holding them like that. And so, yeah, that doesn't work for me much either. So, I think what it is that they're too small. Generally speaking, if you have issues with hand fatigue or weak grip, uh, larger implements work better. So, yeah, like one of the other YouTube followers that I watch, Corey Dahman, she's a teacher and she uses the large, round, um, like beginner, or I forget what they're called now. They used to be beginner pencils because she has hand issues. I'm like, that brilliant. Hello, brilliant. So, yeah. Well, I guess it's not looking too bad. Crooked wise, I'm talking. Crookedness. Okay, that's kind of cute. It made the paper warpy. Yes, that's the word, warpy. And but that's okay too. That is just fine. And I think I could put that little butterfly there. Do I want to fussy cut it or just put the square? Let's start with the square-ish shape. I could not tell you which, already there's only been 4 days, but I could not tell you which day this came from. But it was one of the bits, I think from day one, that I didn't use. And so, oops, so sorry. There goes the phone. Actually, it's an alarm, but whatever. I just have to feed my cat. He's fine. He ate late this morning, so he's fine. Never fear, my animals will not starve or even go very hungry. They are both plump little drains on my finances. It's okay. They provide a service. They say they do. Anyway, I don't know. I haven't seen much proof. But that's okay. I took on the responsibility, much like having children, so I shall continue. Although, do they leave when they're 18 too? Hmm? Am I done when they're 18? No, I don't think so. If they even make it 18, I pray to God they do. But animals don't tend to live that long, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm having a hard time with this. My telling you, the heat makes everything harder for me, even things that you wouldn't think of, like my hand control. And I don't know why. I don't know what the science is behind that. Nobody does really. But there you have it. All right, mission accomplished. Took much longer than probably for normal people, but I'm not normal and I don't want to be. Normal is overrated and quite boring, I think. Now, how am I going to get these antlers done? There we go. That didn't work too bad. Ooh, almost dropped it. But there, I am victorious. I got that butterfly where roughly I wanted it to be, not where it wanted to be. So there, butterfly, you just flip there and look pretty. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be the pocket in which will reside my journal card. Okay, speaking of journal card, let's cut it out. Oh yeah, that's not at all glued on that page straight. It's fine, it's fine. One of the many good things about the guillotine is I can put the paper over the edge and get it straight along that bottom blade and chomp. There's something going on with my blade that is causing grief and anguish for me. It's because I keep using it to cut that those vinyl stickers or sheets of vinyl adhesive that I use to make my faux tape. That's what it is. So, yeah, I guess I'll need to reserve one for just that purpose. And then, because, you know, as with everything, it doesn't work on every single thing. Like these are my gluey scissors for cutting things that have glue or are glue or adhesive of some sort, because they will wear out much, much quicker than the scissors I use for clean paper, so to speak. Right, let's get this thing going. Which one did I use? This one. That worked very nicely. But the little piece is stuck. Sometimes, you know, the thin paper doesn't always react the best to being punched. But we're doing okay so far. Yeah, 4 for 4. I'm happy with that. Let's ink this side of it. That is now an official journaling card. I could get even more fancy with it and bring out my handy dandy line stamp. Yeah, can you tell I don't clean that after every use? Oh, it's not going to be wide enough. Maybe I won't. I don't like it when it leaves too much on the edges, so we'll just leave it that way. Get all this junk, the debris, get all the debris up. Okay. Now, let's see what's going to go on here. This is going to go on here like that. And I will have to put something up there, but that's in a few minutes. That's a problem for in a few minutes. My hands look like I've been doing some heavy-duty crafting work. I don't know how people who do any of this kind of stuff and keep their nails looking clean, first of all, but with nail polish and stuff, no, I just can't. Like if I'm doing this and I have even clear nail polish on my fingers, it just, the polish just soaks up whatever I got going on. it's just not a life skill for me. One of very many that I lack, apparently. Okay, so that's going to be quite cute. Oops, I guess I should let it finish gluing itself down, right? Right, I should do that. And then I could probably make a little collage with some of these lovely little collage cubes um, for the number and the prompt for the day. Let's see. I don't know. This looks a bit too tidy for my liking. All of it. It's just too tidy. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of roughing up. I mean, like, we're not going to go all loan shark collector on it, but yeah, this makes a lot of dust. It's okay. I already can't breathe, so it's not as bad as if I decided to sand it. It doesn't make that much dust, but it does make quite a mess. But I love the way that it takes the ink once it's been roughed up like that. Okay, so where are we going to start? How are we going to do this? How are we going to play this situation? Oh, wow. I don't know if that's paper dust or sponge dust, but it's making dust on my page, which I don't want to do. Okay. Let's see. Inking and thinking. I'm looking around my desk for other flotsam and jetsam that I could throw in here. Let's see how we want to pile these up. First of all, excuse the sniffles, it's just, 'tis the season. Let's see if we want to throw a bit of lace back there somewhere. Nope, not doing it for me. Some of this stuff, I have no idea what it really is, but it's a good filler. I don't know. Let's try some book page. Well, none of it's making me happy. So, start from scratch. We're scrapping that idea and seeing what else we got here that's might inspire something. I don't want to put any of these up there to draw attention away from the journal card in the pocket. Let's see what that guy looks like. What's this? What's this? What's this? The bits and pieces from days past. Let's see what we got. All right. I'm thinking I want something with some more oomph than that. No, I don't want the number there. It might confuse me. Doesn't take much, guys. It does not take much. You stay there. You stay there. You come down here. What do we think of that? I think that's too dark. Why am I being so picky? Oh, sorry. Thanks for your input. That's too green. Oh, gosh. I am a trial. I think I like that. Shh. Don't say nothing. All right. I like that. So, yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, I'm going to have to cut that top off a little bit anyway, so. Yeah, I'm just going to cut it at that right there. Right there. that. Then what did I do? Oh, yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Cindy. I hear you. Use the thing. I know. I just like to make things difficult for myself, apparently. Okay, so these 4 pieces were what I was using. Yeah, so not that. So let me chop this down a little bit. It was a little too wide, in my humble opinion. Okay. Yeah, I have so much stuff piled up over here that I'm just, I'm done with that for now. Let me just put it over here instead of going putting it right back where it belongs. Yeah, it's okay. It'll get back there where it belongs. All right, see now, yep, just as I suspected, this deadgum sponge is already leaving sponge crumbs. Merciful heavens. Okay. Just going to glue this down. Starting with this piece right here. Use that. Yeah, I'm going to be picky about pins now. I drive myself crazy sometimes. This one is thinner, so I mean there is, what is it? There is method to my madness. I'm not just, crazy for no reason. Thanks for sticking with me, y'all. If you did, I don't know. Could have gone off and had a whole date night, and I wouldn't know about it. Okay, so next is this. Yep, you saw me. I was about to try and glue it down with my ink dauber. Doesn't work like that. Does not. It just does not. Yeah. So there's that. Now let's see if I can get these two where I want them to be. Yeah. Okay, this one next. There-ish. Yeah, that's cute. And then that. And then I just need to figure out where I'm going to put the prompt. Probably just over here. Just over here. Like that. Very plain Jane today, apparently. Sorry if there's anyone out there named Jane who may not necessarily be plain, but it rhymes, so that's what gets stuck. Does it really rhyme though? Plain Jane? Yeah, it does. Absolutely. Yep. All right. Let's see what we got going here. Yep. That is. Yep. I really, really like that. Mm-hmm. Super cute, I think. Yep, I like it. So, day 4 done. Happy 4th of July. Safe celebrations. And be sure to keep your pets safe. Hydrate, sunscreen. Hydrate, sunscreen. Hydrate and sunscreen. All right. Craft and joy, y'all. Bye.